When that person is in your chair, that's your client.
Mm-hmm.
You worrying about the one that's on the bench. Take care of the one that's in the chair, because the one that's in the chair is going to make sure you get a couple of guys on the bench.
Come on now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Reggie Winston, and this is the Better Barber podcast. Here we believe that together we can make barbers better, and by making barbers better, we'll make the community they serve better. All right.
Right.
Today, man, we got a legend right here, man. A living legend, a big uncle to me, man. A gentleman that I got to observe as a great barber early on. Before I even considered being a barber, it was one of those people that show you what excellence in barbering was. And of course, we got our player partner. What's going on, Ant? What you doing over there, champ?
Man, it's your boy Amazing Ant in the building. I'm in a new area over here, so I'm chilling right now.
Hey, man, thanks for always being here, man, and being part of the podcast. Ant today is behind the scenes. He's over there with the boys and Antoine. But today, man, we got none other than our big uncle, BigKev. What's going on, y'all?
What's up,
give it up for BigKev, y'all. Yes,
How you
sir.
doing, man?
Yes, sir. I'm doing wonderful, man. Thank you so much, man, for being part of this podcast. I always mention to people who was doing it before I was doing it, right? And this barbering thing.
Right.
And it was only a few barbers you can point at, like, yo, they doing it.
Right.
And setting the tone for everybody. So I appreciate you for allowing barbers like myself
Yes, sir.
to learn from y'all, to see y'all, and to be inspired by y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And just to take what y'all have already made great and just to try to turn it up another level, right? Where did this love and passion for being a barber start?
Well, believe it or not, man, I was probably around 8, 9 years old. My dad used to take me to the barbershop. And I would go to the barbershop, and then sweeping hair, wait till it's time to get my hair cut. And after I get my haircut, I would go home and try to duplicate it and like keep it sharp.
Uh-huh.
And like I see it growing, I go in with my dad's little clippers and stuff, little trimmers. And he'd be like, "What are you doing to your hair? You just got your hair cut." So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm enhancing, what I did or what happened to me. And he was like, "I just took you to the barbershop a couple of days ago." So even he says now, like back then, I should have known that you wanted to be a barber because you was always trying to duplicate what you saw. And I'm a visual type barber. I can look at it and I'm like, oh, I can do that. So around the age of 14, I picked up my first pair of clippers. And my brother Dennis was my first client. He was the guinea pig.
Shout out to Dennis.
Shout out to bro. I love you, man. He was my first client. And I used to do the little bowl. Put the little bowl around it. So it'd be a bowl cut. And I'm like, you good.
What year was this? Because it could have been fire, if it was the right year,
1994.
Okay.
Oh, so we're on the same path. Started around the same time.
Yes, sir. 1994. And that became my side hustle. Like, in the country, you're going to work. You're going to do something to cut grass or whatever. But I would do all that, but I knew I had to go cut some hair. So I was like the neighborhood traveling barber, go to your house. And then I started getting a little better, so they would come to my house. And my aunt be like, yeah, you going to cut that hair, but you going to cut this grass first. So we would do that, and I would just be cutting hair on Saturday mornings, man. And then it was like, man, you're starting to get a lot of people here on Saturdays because I was getting better. I was getting better. And I love the craft. I love changing the way people look, and I love to make people feel good. So that was my whole thing, and I always base my hair, because even today, I want you to feel like I would want to feel when you get out of my chair. And I know you're gonna go tell somebody, hey, Kev cut my hair. So it's been a passion of mine. I pursued it. Attended Cheryl's Barber and Cosmetology University.
Shout out to Cheryl's.
Oh yeah, shout out to Cheryl's. 98, 99. Okay. And Miss Short, great lady, met some great barbers in barber school.
Was it the first year of Cheryl's Barber? 98, 99?
No, because Sherrod
was first year.
Sherrod was the first year.
Okay.
So 99 for me. But to meet some great people there, I learned a lot at Cheryl's. I could cut hair, but learning and barber school took me to another level. It's more than just cutting hair. You got to learn the business side behind. You got to learn, well, not even the business side then, but you got to learn the procedures and practices of cutting hair. You just can't be cutting nobody's hair. You got to have neck strips. You got to have antiseptic, all that stuff, you know. So it went from the chair to barber school, and from barber school to, you know, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Raleigh, brother from Northampton County, here in Wake County. Didn't know anybody. And God has been good. You know, I got a chance to meet a lot of people, and this profession have opened the door for me, you know, to touch a lot of people's lives and to be able to put an imprint in this city, state, you know, everywhere. And that's where I met Wayne, the first guy I met in the parking lot at Cheryl's Barber College.
Day
My main
one.
man, day one.
That's what's up.
My guy.
Ain't it amazing, man, how Barber College, you can already recognize who's going to be great at this thing.
Yep.
I think about it like in my class, it was like 3 or 4 of us who got to school on time, who took school serious,
Yeah.
who stayed to the end, who knocked out our assignments and our achievements.
Right.
And we got busy as soon as we hit the ground. Let's talk about something. Let's go way back to what you said earlier.
Okay.
You were going to the barbershop with your dad,
Exactly.
and you were sweeping until it was time to get your hair cut.
Exactly.
Do you still see that work ethic in kids today?
No.
I think it's missing.
We gotta tell them, hey man, sweep the floor.
Yeah.
They're being there on the game.
Uh-huh.
They're playing the game.
Yeah.
And I think that part we lost.
Uh-huh.
Because kids rather go sit in the car until it's time for them to get the haircut versus coming in the barbershop and absorbing all this good knowledge. You know, we learned a lot by listening to the older guys. Like, man, you know, that guy, he kind of cool, you know. I want to be like him a little bit, you know. And then you sweep the floor, you get a couple dollars.
Come on now.
You're a young man.
Come on now.
$3 or $4. You know, we got to bribe kids these days, man. You get a couple dollars, he be like, a couple dollars? He want 10, you know? Like, come on, man.
It's different now, you know.
It's different, man. It's different.
I didn't get the opportunity, man. I grew up out in the rural area, Zebulon and Wendell, and going to town was a big deal.
Right.
And my dad didn't go to the barbershop. I remember the first time I went to the barbershop with my dad, it was to go get some money that my cousin owed him. So it wasn't to get a haircut. It was just to get some money.
Get paid.
And there was, what's the barbershop in downtown Wendell, man? The old school. joint.
Harris?
Is it Harris or, okay.
I know.
Right by like the flea market thing over there. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I
but
think it's
right
Harris, Mr. Richard Harris. You know, God bless the dead. You know.
in downtown Wendell.
No, I'm sorry.
You
He's
talking-
Zebulon. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you talking
I'm
about
sorry.
Zebulon. Downtown Wendell. I can't think of the name of it.
Me neither.
But anyway, I walked in, I was just so blown away, man. These old school chairs and just a barbershop. But I was only in there for 10, 30 seconds.
Right,
My dad was
right.
picking up money and we was out. My uncle used to cut my hair on my grandma's back porch.
Right.
And he was fired to be like, man, the fades. And I get on that bus the next day, man, they was smacking the back of my head.
Oh yeah.
Aunt, talk to me, man. Like, were you going to the barbershop as a kid or?
Yeah, my great grandfather had a barbershop.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. So it's in you.
So my mom used to take me.
Oh, it's in you.
Wow.
But you know, my mom like she started first because she used to cut everybody in the neighborhood. Everybody would come to our house to get a haircut,
Oh, it's dope.
That's in you.
and then that, you know, feared me. Once I saw my great grandfather went to the barbershop, and that experience, and then my mom cutting everybody hair. Then around the same time that he picked up clippers, about the same time I got my first pair too.
Oh yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh yeah.
I was 10. So I know I won't do nothing good at 10. At 94.
Yeah.
Man, so I'll be wanting kids, man. It'll be certain kids that come here want to do it, and I find those kids special, and I'm going to give them whatever they want.
Right.
But it's the kids I got to ask, I'm just like, man, what happened, man? And you grew up in the rural area, so you was working outside too,
Exactly.
man. All of us in here worked in the
I was
field.
working in the
Antoine,
field.
You worked in the field, Antoine? That's why he's.
I didn't work in the field.
I
you know,
did.
He's
but, you know. I cut grass too. That's it. We did grass.
So man, we worked in the field. I cut grass. I did all that stuff, man, just to make a little money. So I tell people this. I told the guy last night, man, I can stay here till 12 o'clock tonight, bro.
Right.
This is easy money, right?
Right.
here. I
A
work
work
in the
ethic,
field
though.
for free.
Work ethic is different. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what year was it when you came to Cheryl's again? 98, you said?
Yeah. 98, 99, 99.
Right
I
after
believe.
high school?
Yeah.
Like
99. Yeah.
immediately
Yep.
after high school, or
I
did you try
worked.
college?
It was a year
Uh-huh.
off, and then I came to barber school.
Okay.
Because you know all the barber schools back then, you really didn't have a Harris.
Yeah.
And then you know, I didn't really know about Cheryl's. I had a cousin of mine who was like, wait, there's another barber school up here, because it was like a wait list at Harris, and I wanted to go to Harris. I was like, man, Harris, Mr. Tobias, cool dude. I want to go to that barber school, but it was a wait list. And my cousin says another one, and she told me about Cheryl's. And when I came up and met Mr. and Mrs. Short, I was like, wow, cool people. So, you know, I was able to get started a couple of months later, and that was it.
How was that decision, man, finding that barbershop to work at?
You know, it's crazy because I tell you, you know, I met Wayne in the parking lot. First guy I met in the parking lot in barber school, right? And we clicked. So he was finishing barber school probably like a month or two ahead of me. So as it come time for us to get out of barber school, of course, you know, he graduated first and I'm still there, finishing up, boom. Get out. I was subject to go to another barbershop, Gentleman's Choice, Chris. Shout out to Chris. And I was thinking about, I don't know, man, I want to go with my man, but I knew, you know, Wayne was at Robert's Hair Palace, Mr. Rob. He was there Sunday.
Yes, sir.
And Wayne and Sherrod was there. I hadn't met Sherrod yet, but they were there. And Wayne was like, nah, man, we come over here, man. We got room over here. So talk to Mr. Rob or whatever. Boom. End up, I'm at Robert's Hair Palace. So, 99, we there, right? And my first, you want to go first week, first day?
First day, first week, all that.
First day. Back then, you know what they do. You the new barber.
Yes,
So
sir.
you going to the back.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I'm the last chair, okay? And I said, man, this is going to be all right, man. I'm going to do this. Get up in there. Can I help you, sir? Nah, I'm waiting on Wayne. Can I help you, man? Nah, I'm waiting on Sherrod, man. Can I help you, man? I'm waiting on Ross. Man, I can cut, you know? I'm like, man, you got to prove yourself, right? So it went on a couple of days. You get one here, get a straggler there. But, you know, the new guy's always going to get the walk-in, not the regular, you know, the straggler. So I said, my job is to turn this new walk-in into my client. So when you get him in the chair, he's there. I wasn't rushing. Took my time, knocked him out. Boom, he liked it. Okay, cool. I still wanted more. I was like, man, these guys cutting all this hair, man. I'm standing around here looking at all these TV shows. I want to cut some hair. So I had an idea. I was like, you know what? This weekend, I'm going to tell all my cousins to come to the barbershop. And I said, look, man, I need y'all to come to the barbershop and get a haircut. So they came. Probably like 4 of them came. Shout out to my cousins. I cut them guys' hair. Clients started looking like, okay. They go, you know, big boy can do a little something, you know. Okay, all right, cool. So that was my first trial, my journey, man, is that I had to be able to sit, wait, and understand. People just ain't gonna jump in your chair like that. Now. They don't know you. And I wasn't proven. So once I was able to show them what I was able to do, they was like, okay, I'll take a chance on him. And that's what happened, man. It was a good start for me, but I was impatient because I'm like, I want to make some money too. Like, these guys making money, I want some money.
I'm telling you that whole, oh no, I'm waiting on him.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I'm
that's
with my man.
Barber tip, here you go. New barber in the new barber shop, and you need to prove yourself. Do one whole half of the head, and make sure that side of the head is where the waiting area is. So when people in the waiting area seeing you, they see that whole one side of the head, that thing sharp as fire. That's gonna be like, okay, all right. Finish the other side of the head.
I do that to this day.
Come on now. That's, man, you got to spin. You got to show. You got to prove yourself. You got to show them. I got skills. Because people ain't gonna believe you.
Take your time, man. You know, when that person is in your chair, that's your client. You worrying about the one that's on the bench. Take care of the one that's in the chair, because the one that's in the chair is going to make sure you get a couple of guys on the bench.
Come on now.